we had a property which was a big house, but with a shop front, yeah? And it had Japanese knotweed in the garden.
Right.
And only 35 people viewed that, and only 7 legal packs were downloaded because they weren't happy with the shop front. It wasn't the knotweed, it was the shop front. And we made a profit, but not that fantastic.
So the issue...
There's a lesson there, you
Yes.
see. So the one with 109 viewings was a stock deal. The one with knotweed looked like a shop front, that's an adventurous deal. So, you know, as I say, we made a profit, but not as much as I was expecting.
And prior to acquiring the shop front with the knotweed, were your thoughts in terms of its desirability more about the risk of the knotweed or not?
No, funnily enough, because I've been in touch with a Japanese knotweed company. I had it surveyed. They confirmed that it was going to cost about £3,000 to put it on a 3-year plan. I got in contact with all the neighbours, and they'd all agreed for the company to come in to do it. So I'd done all the due diligence.
Right.
I then went to the auctioneer, and the auctioneer said, no, don't worry about the treatment plan, just put it straight in, we'll tell people that it's got knotweed, and let them deal with it.
Okay.
So I thought, okay, that's fine, that saved me £3,000. But what I didn't anticipate is the fact that whilst the property in good condition, you know, was probably worth about 150 grand, I didn't appreciate that so many investors would be put off with the fact it had a shop front. So it looked like a house. The properties either side were both houses, well, they've been converted into flats. But it put your average investor, because when they walked in, it felt like a shop. It was big, but so hence why it didn't fetch as much as. So that's a lesson. It was a lesson to me, a big lesson to me, because now I know if I'm looking at another property, I'll have to build that into the price that I pay. So let's say I'm learning all the time. I'm always learning.
Well, certainly with the type of property transactions that you're in, it is every day is a different day. Every potential, it's learning. We've covered the topic of Japanese knotweed in Property Investor News on a number of occasions, and it was very interesting just listening to what you had to say there, because I was at an auction 15 months ago and there were 6 properties declared by the auctioneer in one sale that had Japanese knotweed. But clearly, quite rightly, you've looked at it, you've worked out the risk elements, and you've worked out the cost of dealing with that in terms of the potential buyer, and you made a decision to acquire it, and then obviously you've sold it on.